This conference will now be recorded.
All right, now we're recording. So welcome everyone to the first of what we hope to be many episodes of Wildcard Week by the ECom Profit. Basically, Wildcard Week is just that. What we're going to be discussing here depends on the days. So each day is going to have a theme. Once every month, we're going to choose a week, and for the most part, it's going to be either the first or second week of the month. For now, it's always going to be on at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That way our friends on the other side of the pond in the UK can join us because they're always complaining us being too late online. So each week we're going to do Marketing Mondays. We're going to discuss everything that has to do with marketing. We will define marketing in our own way, all of us can, and then we can discuss different strategies that we have to bring customers and leads into our business and our sales funnels. Tuesdays are going to be all about technology. So I'm getting hit up with questions constantly about how to make things work, how to create an autoresponder, how to.
Reach out to become my friend on Skype.
Hey, how's it going?
Reach out to be my friend on Skype.
You can talk. Anybody can talk. And so Tuesday is going to be all about technology. So get your technology questions answered there. Remember, this is a group atmosphere, so we're all here to help each other. If you have a question or you have an answer to someone else's question, feel free to give your input because we're trying to tap into your experience and your processes and your strategies to help us all as a group. So Wednesday is going to be all about websites. You know, how to build websites, which platforms to use, you know, best practices, things like that. This is going to be my favorite, 3X Thursdays. So we're going to talk about specific strategies every Thursday during Wildcard Week that you can
pinged on that.
Times.
You see that message I just.
Okay. So, and then finally on Friday, it's going to be Funnel Fridays. We're going to discuss
like
the platforms, software, best practices, how to integrate things, how to make things work. I mean, I'm building sales funnels. I like the platform, the ClickFunnels, but it seems like every time I build a new funnel, I'm learning a new strategy or a new secret or a new formula, and I like sharing those types of things. So for those of you that have sales funnels or want to have sales funnels, save those questions for Friday. So the only thing I ask is if you have background noise, dogs barking, kids screaming, video games, your phone's ringing, just mute your microphone until it's time for you to talk. So, and then let's keep it on point, okay? So your questions and your responses today should only reflect what you know and understand about marketing and what it takes for you to bring customers into your sales funnel, all right? Remember, this is not just about me. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you for an hour and a half. We're going to answer questions collectively. We're going to ask questions collectively. We're going to share strategies together. Everything, like I said, will be recorded and added to a new members area at ecomprofit.com. It's 100% free, no sales pitch, nothing like that. It's just free content, hopefully to help our e-commerce community grow their business and make it more profitable. So today, it's all things marketing, okay? When I'm talking about marketing, I'm talking about getting your offer seen. So we're all in business. We're either selling products or services. If not, then you don't have a business. You probably just have an expensive hobby. That's okay, but today is about marketing. It's all about attracting buyers, converting leads, building your brand, and what I like to say is the shortest distance between leads and buyers. How to take someone from a cold prospect to a purchasing customer, hopefully profitable. So think about everything it is that you do to bring leads and or buyers into your business. All right, so today and this episode and future episodes are going to be sponsored by Quick, Fast, Hurry, massive business results, quick, fast, and in a hurry. I love that mantra there, Seth, at quickfasthurry.com. Also the Ecom Profit, of course, at the ecomprofit.com, and meetshawnhart.com, my new phrase, entrepreneur extraordinaire. I love it. And I like to say more online profits faster, since you wouldn't take it from me, Seth. So let's get to it. Let's talk about all things marketing. Joel, I know you're busting at the seams there with questions, right, buddy?
Sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That's good. I wasn't sure. I've got this thing. I've been developing digital products, and so I have some headsets that are plugged in too.
Okay.
No, it's just that no matter what I do right now, I have Facebook pages, websites, name it, and the only thing I don't have is extra cash to pay for like Facebook marketing and stuff like that. But nobody's signing up for any email, so I have no email list to promote anything to.
Okay. So your marketing question is, what is the best way to build an email list that you can promote to?
Well, I think so. Only the idea would be, how can I do it on the cheap until I can generate some more cash? One thing that I did, I took that program from Jeff Walker on product launch formula.
Okay.
So the idea of having a seed launch and getting some people to help me put some things together so that it could almost be like crowdfunding. I'd like to try to do something so I can bring something over from China, but I need other people's money to be able to make that happen. And then we need the right stuff.
Well, let me start. The first thing that comes to mind for me, Joel, is to basically borrow someone else's list or borrow someone else's reputation. If you can partner with people who are in the same sort of niche or category as you, or even in an outside category, but at least consumers who purchase online, it's much easier and a lot cheaper for you to just partner with someone else and sort of borrow their list. Otherwise, buddy, you know, in my experience, there's absolutely no such thing as free traffic. You're either going to pay for it in cash, dollars and cents, or you're going to pay for it in time. And if you're doing SEO, to me, that's a fool's game if that's your only strategy for building a list.
Yeah, so Joel, I would say that the biggest piece that I've discovered that really makes your marketing work is that somebody actually wants what you're selling. So you and I have had several conversations about, you know, how to broadcast your message, but if your message is selling something that nobody wants, that's where, you know, product testing and really dialing in your offer and your messaging before you roll something out like you're wanting to do, Joel. I mean, if you have a proven concept, getting money is easier, much easier to do at that point. What do you think about that, Shawn?
I like it. So I'm anxious to see what some of the other folks on the call, I think there are 26 of us at the moment. Turn on your mic, give Joel some ideas and some specific strategies how to go about building his customer list so that he can market his brand.
I think that's a telltale sign. You just let him go.
Any Facebook ads at all, Joel?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. There was crosstalk going on with somebody.
Absolutely.
I just asked, are you doing any Facebook ads at all?
Are you
Any
doing YouTube ads, Joel?
engagement?
So can you flag all of the forecastly whatevers of the glass, or make a note here for me? I will flag them as do not order anymore.
I don't have to do that.
This is awesome.
Okay, because I think let's just do it. Let's just pull the plug on those.
Okay. And now, will that make it so it's not going to be bad for them?
All right, so someone's talking over everyone, having a conversation, don't realize
I think
that
I got it figured out, Shawn. Go ahead, Tammy.
I just asked if he's doing any Facebook engagement at all, like just trying to get engagement happening first so he can start to build the list? Or
Yes,
is he going straight for advertising?
I've got some Facebook pages, and I'm working, like one of the products that I had was
This guy
helping
met in
people
Cabo.
with,
He's probably 65, 70, running his Amazon business.
Sorry, I can't hear.
570, that's still the other conversation. I think that's Cody. He's paused his video, but he hasn't paused his audio.
All right, I'm going to mute him real quick. I love you, Cody, but oh, he is muted. Cody is muted. All right, there he is.
That makes a difference.
There we go.
It does. Okay, so yeah,
That's not me talking.
I've got some things on Facebook, but not, well, I have more pages on Facebook than I have time to answer or get in people involved, but I have tried to pick a Facebook name that goes along with the product, and my pet products didn't work. The physical products on Amazon cost me more than I was making. So now I have a couple of digital products that are meditation products for people that have problems sleeping or want a healing meditation, something like that. So I'm working on those, but those are just started other than the fact that the products are ready.
Because what I find has been working for me is before I actually start doing like an ad, I kind of set up like an ad more along the lines of, do you know somebody, like started off with something like, do you know somebody like, I don't know, like a mother or something, do you know a mother who could use this? Tag somebody to start an engagement happening, and then work towards building up towards an ad.
Great. Good idea.
Sounds like, Tammy, it sounds like you're using sort of my Facebook video funnel strategy so that you're starting the conversation and then gradually leading into a sale.
Yes.
So I think it makes a lot of sense.
You start to get the list happening as well. Like it seems to lead down that path. And it's not as expensive as just going straight to an ad, because they don't know who you are, what you're doing, nothing. Like just to throw up an ad without any background of your store, nothing. But if you start engagement, then work towards ads, then I find you get a stronger lead coming back to buyers.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Joel, it's sort of like jumping into a Facebook group, I guess, and just start posting advertisements without ever introducing yourself or letting people know that you have content to add, or, you know, getting married on the first date, God forbid. You know, you have to warm them up a little bit, court them, hold hands, and kiss a little bit. You know what I mean, buddy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Joel, another thing.
Go ahead, Seth.
Another thing that you really need to think about is, what are you giving them in return? You said you're not getting anybody to sign up on your email list. Well, why would I want to sign up on your email list? Are you giving me some type of unique offer that expires soon that I need to take advantage of? Are you giving me some type of value? Are you giving the information that I need? Why am I going to give you my email address? Because I don't want you sending me things if it's not going to be valuable to me.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Sure. And I do have several products that I'm giving out in return for the email list, but I need to do some more with the the PDF generation for some PDF products.
You know, something else to think about, Joel, is the lifetime value of the customer. I heard you say that you're not making enough on the sale to cover your Facebook ad expense. So, if you're looking for a one and done or just a transaction, then I think you're spinning your wheels. If you're going to try to pay for traffic, on the long-term strategy, you should have a series, like a unique sequence that you want to take people through your sales process that will increase their lifetime value or average lifetime value of your customer. For example, if you're just selling a $20 product, that you're doubling your money on, you're paying $10 for the traffic, you're breaking even. We're not covering your ad expense. But if that's just a lead in or a lead magnet, or just something to get them into your sales process, you have to have something in the back end to walk that customer up your value ladder, is the best way to put it. I think Russell Brunson's the one that coined that phrase, the value ladder, and I love it.
Hey, Shawn, you're getting some questions in the chat box. I'm trying to unmute people. Hey, David Glass, see that you have a question. Yeah, just go ahead and fire it in here.
No question. I just was suggesting to Joel a lead magnet as a way to invite people to register and give their emails to him.
Right, exactly. Lead magnets that are working for me at the moment for physical products are, what I like at the moment, guys, and I'm selling mostly super expensive stuff. Like, I don't have anything for sale that's less than $600 at the moment, okay? But for a $600 product, my lead magnet, if that's what you want to call it, is a low down payment, like a deposit, an order deposit of $29, $39, something like that, that says, hey, look, you can have this fabulous product. Just give me a deposit, a refundable deposit of $29, okay? And that will secure your order. Then you pay the balance when we ship it, all right? People are thinking, all right, this is a really low barrier for me to get in on this deal. And $29 isn't that much when you talk about a $600 or $700 product, right? But immediately what happens when they pay the $29, the very first option that I give customers or buyers is to go ahead and prepay for that $600 product and just save 10% or $60. And more than 60% of the people at this point in time are going ahead and prepaying for that offer. So basically, what we're doing is we're bringing you in with a really low priced offer that everybody can afford. And then we're saying, okay, now that you've become a customer, right? Because you pulled out your credit card and spent a couple dollars, go ahead and prepay for this. And I'm doing it right now with that floating mat called Paddle Pad. I think I sent it out in the email broadcast a few days ago. It's a $795 product. The only thing that you have to do to order one is pay a $45 deposit. And more than 60%, I'd have to go look at the exact stats, but more than 2/3 of the people who are paying the $45 deposit immediately on the next screen pay the I think I asked for, instead of paying $750 later, they can pay $690 now and basically save, $60 on their order, and it's working. So, or your lead magnet could be, a free plus shipping offer, which for me, I think those are kind of played out at the moment. I think we need to give ourselves another 5 or 6 years before we start prostituting these free plus shipping offers, because they're falling on deaf ears. Everyone's doing it, so there's nothing really unique about it at the moment. But let's say you did have a free plus shipping offer. Your very first upsell should be offering a second or a third product at a discount just to get that order value up. So hope that helps you, buddy. Anybody else got something to add to Joel?
I appreciate all of the input. This is great. Thank you.
That's what we're trying to do, buddy. I've sent an unmute request to all 26 people on this call, and we have 6 of us who are willing to participate. So in order for this to work, we need 100% participation, okay? Ask a question, get an answer. Listen to a question, offer an answer, all right? So help me out here. Who's got a question?
It's a brilliant idea. Once you've got somebody who's interested in your product, I know from my experience, if you offer me 10%, I already want that item. I'm going to buy it at 10% off and give you all the money then. So I think that's brilliant. I love it. In
your mind, you're already a customer. You've already crossed that threshold. Why not save money? Because like you said, in your mind, you've already bought it anyway. You're committed. And it's working like a charm for me for the last several months. But like I said, expensive products. I wouldn't do this on a $19.99 product, of course. But if it's $500 plus, it's working.
Joel, one of the things that I would recommend, that going back to what you were saying, was that once you actually start collecting emails, and I said before, you need to give them a strong reason why. Shawn is selling higher ticket items, so he's actually able to charge money to get them on his list. But for you, if you just get the email, I would say don't think that you're going to sell them on the first email sometimes. A lot of times for our products, it'll take 3, 4, 5 emails consistently dripped out to actually get the customer to be comfortable enough to make that sale.
I've heard it takes 7 touches, 7 on the average, to get a customer to buy.
I'll buy that. I've touched you only 6 times now, David. All right, so let me talk about something maybe to kind of tickle your brain a little bit and help you realize that there are other strategies out there that can help with your marketing. And this one I learned just recently. I think I was in Reno at, who did that? Tanner Larson's Build, Grow, Scale event. Was anyone else there? Anybody on the call there? And Tanner, when he did this segment about segmenting your list or your audience, and he talked about 3 different types of customers. And every time that I go back and think about this, I realize how true it is that we have, and I'd love to take credit for it, but I'm sorry, it came from Tanner Larson, but I'm going to show it to you. We have 3 types of people. We have what Tanner calls freeple people, and these are those cheapskates who think everything should be free all the time. I mean, you guys know who you are, right? Every time you go to Cub Foods or Costco, you're always walking through the grocery aisle and tasting pizza rolls and stuff for free, right, Joel? So nothing wrong with these types of people, but what I'm suggesting is you shouldn't have the same conversation, the same marketing to these freeple cheapskates as you do to the people who are willing to buy things at a profit. And then the second type are cheaple people. Those are the people who's going to buy anything that's cheap. If it's $1 or $10 mini continuity program, and Cody's laughing at me. But these are the types of people that, you know, they're willing to spend money with you, but maybe they don't necessarily trust you or believe in whatever your offer is, but they're still willing. And then you have the people. These are my favorite. These are the premium people, customers who only want premium products and are willing to pay for it. I had a conversation this morning with my father, who's selling a 10-foot long mobile phone charger. Okay. He's in a totally different market. All right. He's in flea markets and home shows and things like this. And he tells me all the time, he says, son, I don't know why you think I could sell these things for $30 because I'm struggling to get $10. And sometimes I let them go for $5. And it's like, it's all mindset, because just because you bought the thing for 80 cents, old man, doesn't mean you have to sell it for $5. It's not illegal to make a profit. And I actually showed him a video and a photo of someone that I seen just 2 weekends ago when I was at Milwaukee State Fair, selling the exact same product at $25, the exact same thing. He's buying from the same wholesaler, $25 or 2 for 40, and he does $5,000 a day every single day. Why? Well, number one, he has a professional looking display, so the product has a higher perceived value, and get this, he's paying $5 per unit wholesale, $5. So obviously, if you're paying $5 and you got $2,000 in rent for your space, you're not going to sell the product for $5 or $10 and make money. He's selling it for $25 because he has to, and it's working like a charm. So you have the cheapo people that my father sells to, that price them for $5 and they want to negotiate, and they want 3 for 10. And then you have the premium people, or the premium people who see it at $30, so $25 is a deal. So I think, you know, in all honesty, guys, if you were to segment your list and only segment it by, you know, those who take the free plus shipping, or those who do the buy 2 get 2 free, you know, free plus shipping is going to be your freeple people. Buy 2 get 2 free is going to be your cheapo, and then you have the people that just pay the $795 up front just because you're giving them free shipping. Those are your premium customers. And think about it, if you were to market to or follow up in an email sequence to all of these folks with the exact same message, right? There's no way you can speak all 3 of those languages in the same email. So the number one thing that you need to do, Joel, when you get your email list going, is to segment that list based on the value of that customer, what they're willing to spend. And what we always did in the old days, in the direct response marketing days, is we graded it on 3 systems: recency, frequency, and value. So the number one metric that makes that prospect more valuable than the next guy is the recency. So how recent did that customer spend money with you? Okay. Number 2 metric that makes it more valuable than the next guy is frequency. How many times has that customer spent money with you, because he's worth more than the other guy? And the 3rd metric that we measure is value. How much money in total did that customer spend with you? And what I've found over and over again, I've proven this, is that if you measure it in those 3 metrics, recency number 1, frequency number 2, and value number 3, you're going to come up with 3 totally different prospects, and you need 3 totally different languages to speak to those people. All right, surely that has brought up a question.
So Shawn, on your example that you're giving, when you're taking a deposit and you're having some people prepay, I'm guessing then that you would want to treat the people who prepaid and the people who just deposited totally different in terms of these tiers. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
So in our business, we are always trying to target the premium crowd, because that's where we can actually squeeze out a margin. The cheap people and the free people, while it's fun to build a big list of these people, like for instance, in our Amazon business, where we're building a list of people who just want free products to rank on Amazon, well, we can never sell them a product at 10% off. They're just never going to take us up on that offer, because they're used to getting these products for free. So what we do is we have very segmented lists. Hey, these people only want free stuff. We're only going to use this for the purpose of ranking an item. These people are actually full price buyers. They're going to buy at full price, 10%, 20%, and we have to market to them very differently. But we're always after, if we're going to pay money for a lead, we're always after those premium buyers.
Yeah, it's amazing how many times people do a free offer, and then they try to convert these freebie people into a premium buyer. It just doesn't happen. You know, they're two totally different people. My father's such a cheapskate. He literally turns his water heater off when he leaves his house in the morning. You're never going to sell him anything, David, ever. He's not buying, you know, so.
Water heater.
And you know who I'm talking about, don't you, Cody?
Yeah.
How's everything going over there in Colorado where weed is cheap and legal?
It's fantastic over here. We're the Mile High City.
All right. So what do you got to add?
From me, these are great ideas. Personally, I've been getting YouTube, I think, is a underutilized traffic source. I've been getting really cheap clicks and list building YouTube ads. But I also built a YouTube channel for my information products. I just put out free videos. So that's a good way to, you know, build a list, give free content. It's the same thing, give free content, and people will sign up for stuff. And then I also use Facebook too. But I create like a deal site. The Facebook site is not about me. It's a deal site. And I started by posting deals from other people's products, not even my own. And I'm getting people, it's a small list. It's about 1,100 people who have liked my deal club page. And so I launched my products to them. And each week we put different deals up. So that's what I'm doing.
I love that. You're promoting other people's deals. That's nice. That goes along with your theme. How can I get someone else to do this for me?
That's right. How can I help other people? Well, that's how I built the list, though. You talked about free traffic. That is free. I've got 1,100 people who are used to seeing deals, so I throw my products in there every other deal. So
these you're running affiliate orders, Cody?
Say that again.
Are these affiliate offers that you're promoting?
I do this in my Amazon business. This is just my Amazon products.
So Cody, how are you getting other people's deals? And then are you using an affiliate link to run those deals through your page?
No, I literally just go to Slick Deals and I grab a good deal and I throw it on the site. That's it.
Nice.
I'm serious. I mean, it's funny because we didn't expect it to happen. I started by just, you know, wanting to have a deal club. So the deal club has an avatar. It's not me. I created this guy, this really cool looking guy with the mustache, and he's like at his computer throwing out deals. And people, and, you know, you put on the ManyChat, the chat bot, and you know, he responds to them, it looks like. But 1,100 people, we got about 15 people a week that like it and look for our deals. So,
Cody, have you ever looked at Dan's Deals? Dan's Deals, that dude's doing like 10 grand a day through affiliate. He just puts up cool deals and he takes a commission. So I think you're leaving some cash on the table.
I think it's true. You know, we didn't even develop this to actually for that reason, but now that it's gotten there, it's a great idea. I actually just had last week, I had 2 people email me, 2 Amazon sellers, and they said, "Hey, can we launch our product? Would you mind advertising our product?" So, I mean, and this was free. This didn't cost me anything to make this. So, I think it's a great idea.
26 more of those emails after today.
Yeah, that's right.
So Cody, you built this with the intention of giving away your product for a big discount, right? And you just made a page, and then people are just naturally finding it. You're not advertising this page.
You know, when we do, so I created it because I wanted to create my ads. So it is what I launched the ads through. So I put the ad on the deal club, and so when someone finds it, it's not like me saying I got this product. It's a third-party deal site who found someone else's product. So I'm totally off of it. Because of that, people found it and started liking it. So and then you can boost the posts. So I make it as a post on the deal page. So when you can boost that post, that's what starts bringing more people in.
I'm sure you only boost your own post, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I muted my stuff because I've got a baby right here, but she's pretty quiet right now, so that's why I'm unmuted.
We forgive you.
Feel free to show her off when she wakes up.
All right. I will.
This reminded me, you're talking about cheap YouTube links. If anyone has products that cater more to a younger crowd, like 18 to 25-year-olds, I've experimented in recent history with Snapchat, and I'm getting video views and hits to my website for way less than a penny. But like I said, that product has to appeal to a younger crowd, teenagers, college kids, that type of thing, and actually generating leads for around $2. But here's the thing, Joel, like say, for example, if you wanted to use Snapchat, you just have to make sure there's two things that I learned the hard way on Snap ads. Number one, you do not want your page to preload. So when you're going through the advertising creation process, if you click yes on the page preloading, then what that means is that if someone's actually viewing your ad within the Snapchat platform, Snapchat is preloading your web page in the background, so that if the client clicks on the ad or swipes up, I guess, your website's already loaded, all right? And it's going to look like you have all this traffic, but in reality, it's just all from Snapchat. So make sure you don't check that. And make sure that you have a Facebook pixel, because the real magic comes in after they hit your page from the mobile device. And then you just start retargeting them based on your pixel firing for them. So at one point, I thought I had like 1,700 people on my deal site for my product. And then like the next time I did it, I did not check the box, and I spent the same $50, and I only had on average, maybe 4 or 5 people on the site at any given time. So after I researched, I realized it was my mistake. I was having Snapchat preload the web page in the background. So don't make that mistake, or it'll look like you get 10 million people to your site and you only make one sale. So it makes you feel like a big loser.
Hey, Cody, I have a question on your YouTube marketing. So are you using YouTube to sell physical products or just digital products?
I've only done digital products with that. But I think I could do it with Amazon for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got my personality reading course. It's called How to Read Anyone Like a Book. And what I've been doing is I've got a YouTube channel, and I give like facial reading tips, like 5-minute, 10-minute videos for free. And then I'll turn those into ads. And then on the website, I've got a PDF that someone can download as a free facial reading, guide. So that's been working well, but I think we could do it with physical products for sure. I think what I would probably do is make a video, not a, well, I guess you could do like a product review video, or how to use it video kind of thing, because YouTube, I noticed they really like how-to type of stuff. They're not looking for like the best deal. People are looking for like how to do something. So if you have like a car washing item, it'd be like how to wash your car the best way, and that product would be inserted in that video with a link at the bottom, something like that.
I like that. You're right. Usually when I go to YouTube, I'm searching for how to do something.
Yeah, exactly. But we can capitalize on it by teaching someone how to do something with your product. So,
yeah, I love it. Yep.
Is anyone using Instagram or Pinterest and having any results on that for physical products and information products?
For me, Cody, I'm just using Instagram as to augment my Facebook ads. I don't have an Instagram page. I just use the Facebook page as an Instagram. But I have found that when I strategically approach Instagram, my ad sets in the Instagram totally different than I do for Facebook, I get better results, because Instagram, to me, you have to approach them just like you're approaching these 20-something kids. They have short attention span. 3 to 4 seconds is all you have to get their attention. And I'm getting people to watch 75% of 2-minute videos on Facebook, and on Instagram, I can't get them to watch 25% of a 10-second video. So it's a totally different audience, you know. Actually, my daughter, she's 21 now. She's the one that got me involved in Snapchat. She's like, look at this, Dad. And she's like doing this snapping stuff all the time. I was like, do they do advertising? She said, yeah, I see ads all the time. So she helped me create my first Snapchat ad. And I think it was like a 3-minute video. And she just laughed at me. She said, nobody is going to watch your video for 3 minutes. I'm like, why? She's like, watch, this is how we snap. And she's like, swipe, 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 click, swipe, 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 literally that fast. She's like, you have to get my attention, boom, like that, or I'm gone. So
Wow.
I had to do some really dynamic style of slideshows and like imaging, you know, with stuff moving around to get attention, and it worked. But right now, I'm not selling anything that appeals to that younger crowd.
Well, that's interesting. Thanks for that, Shawn.
Yeah, definitely. If you learn any more about it, let me know. Selling another product. I think for lead generation, the Snapchat will be better because the customer they're not going to click away and go to your website like we're used to. The website actually loads within the application itself. So to make a sale inside the platform is almost impossible unless it's just super mobile optimized, just one-click checkout with PayPal or something like that. So the best thing to do is just do a lead generation or just pixel them. You know, if they fire your content view pixel, then you can retarget them on Facebook because they hit up your site on Snapchat. But don't try to make a sale on Snapchat. I think it's a losing game.
Yeah.
So David, are you working on anything in particular that you're struggling with the sales and marketing aspect of?
Not really struggling. It's just been a very slow process for me. I had lots and lots of setbacks with a supplement that I've been trying to get going, but finally got it on Amazon. I'm making a few sales, and gradually I hope to improve my my presence on my Shopify store.
Okay. So what have you done so far in your marketing on Amazon and to your Shopify store?
For the Shopify store, we've been running Facebook ads, simple Facebook ads. And for the Amazon, I have somebody doing a pay-per-click campaign for me.
Okay. Shawn, do you have any tips on how he can develop a Shopify store with his Facebook ads for a supplement?
You know, I've actually discussed this in detail via email with David. He knows what my position is on his business. I don't really want to go into detail on here and air his laundry, but for me, personally, I only use Shopify as a backup. If someone tries to leave my sales funnel without purchasing, I have a pop-up, an exit intent pop that says, wait, would you rather purchase using PayPal? Go here, and then it takes them to my Shopify store just to make it easier. But I mean, I don't send any traffic to a store. I think it's crazy. I think any traffic that you're paying for must go to a standalone sales funnel or you're spinning your wheels. Because you think about it, if I'm paying to have someone view my product and I send them to a store, there's so many choices all over the place. You know, they can like click a link, check out the home, look at the privacy policy, look at your catalog, your other products. It's too confusing. If you want to sell something, you have to send them to a page where they can easily just check out and buy what it is you're offering. Now, on the other hand, if someone, this is just my opinion. Obviously, a lot of people make good money sending traffic directly to a Shopify store, but I would challenge you, if that's working for you, send that exact same traffic to a sales funnel that landing page only has two choices: buy the product or get the hell out of here. You know, because if you give them too many choices, they're going to be confused, in my opinion. So then if, let's say, for example, you don't want to buy and you do want to get the hell out of there, the exit pop says, wait, would you rather pay with PayPal? Or in some cases, I say, would you rather buy on Amazon? So I have two links or two buttons inside the exit pop. One on the PayPal button takes you to the product page within my Shopify store where you can just click and purchase with PayPal. The Amazon link takes you to the product page in Amazon where you can purchase it at a higher cost, but it does work.
So David, I would say another thing to think about is when you're running PPC campaigns on Amazon, many times those are actually damaging to your listing. So you just have to watch and make sure that you're not sending too much non-converting traffic to a listing within Amazon, because you're actually hurting your conversion rate, which is then lowering your keyword rank, which then lowers your natural organic sales, which are your most profitable sales. So you could be blowing all of your profit in your ad spend and then actually hurting your organic rank, so then you make less overall. So what we do is we have a huge email list now, but we also send outside paid traffic to our Amazon listings with the sole intent of raising the organic rank so we can make more profit that way. Because if you're spending money on Amazon ads, they just don't react the same within the Amazon platform. Does that make sense to you at all?
Yeah.
That's a really good point, Seth. I think in your marketing efforts, now that you brought it up, to send them through a sales page or a squeeze page to get them predisposition to purchase your product, you're going to have a lot better conversion rates. Of course, Amazon is Seth's game, so I always defer to him when I have an Amazon issue, but it's a really good point, Seth. If you're sending non-converting traffic, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Well, Shawn, it's exactly what you were saying with your sending them to like a store or versus a sales funnel. So what we do is we send the traffic through a sales funnel, pre-sell them on the idea. So if they're going to go ahead and go through the next link, they already are going to buy. So when we send them to Amazon, we're getting 100% conversion. If we just sent them directly to our Amazon listing without pre-selling them and getting them to want our product, we're basically sending them into Walmart and saying, hopefully you buy our product, go find it. And that just doesn't work.
I like that.
That's gold. That's really beautiful gold you just gave us. Thank you, Seth.
So basically, Seth, the purchase now button on your sales funnel takes them directly to your Amazon listing, right?
Well, it's either a purchase now button if we've already taken them through an email capture, because what I found is, like I told you, Joel, it takes us a few emails detailing a few benefits to actually get them to buy. So for instance, you could have a campaign that takes a Facebook ad to a sales page, like you said, Shawn, a ClickFunnels page. We capture their email address because we're going to give them some type of amazing offer. Once they go through that process, they can go and buy that product right then, or we're going to follow up with them several times via email and say, hey, did you get this? Because this deal is going to expire, and we just hammer them with that offer, going through specific links so then we can rank our product on Amazon and get that organic, high profit traffic that we're after.
That sucks. I just spilled my water on my keyboard. I was trying to show you an example. Now that we're talking about it, might have to buy a new keyboard. You have a sales page for that? So you can see in this on this landing page, this is where I'm sending traffic from a few different places, including YouTube, Cody. But basically, I'm pre-selling enough to just ask for an email address. You can see at the bottom where it says, check out our latest offer, enter your email address and click now. So in reality, you may look at this and go, well, what about those people that don't want to give you your email address? Well, let me tell you, if someone won't give you their email address, they're probably not going to give you their credit card either. So don't be afraid to ask for that up front. So, but if you try to exit this page without giving your email address, this is what happens. Look, wait, don't want to give your email address? That's okay, click this button. So I still capture them. The downside is that particular strategy does not work on mobile, the exit pop. So you can see that the product sells for $7.95, but you can see right here, order now with a $45 refundable deposit. All right. Now that's a pretty low barrier to an $800 product, 45 bucks, and it's refundable. So I take all of the guesswork out of it. But if you go ahead and purchase, the very next page will say, well, let's just try it real quick. We'll try this one. The very next step is, no, I can't without a credit card number. Well, trust me, the very next step after you click on complete order here, it says, wait, this is what you have an option. You can either prepay, like I said, save $60 or $70, I forget what it is, or you can pay when it ships and pay full price. And then in some cases, this area here, if I have the product listed, like my brand on Amazon, this area will be a link to the Amazon listing for the higher price, which is crazy, but I've had I've had scenarios where I'm selling a product for $800 here, and it's, you know, $1,500 or $1,400 on Amazon, and some crazy people will just follow this link through my affiliate link and buy the product at a higher price on Amazon. It's ridiculous. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share.
So Tammy, what is your what are you working on sales and marketing?
Actually, right now I'm just in the process of working on a Shopify store, dealing more with teenagers and kids decor. I'm trying it, kind of going a different route this time. I'm trying to see about a niche as opposed to a general store and see what success I'm having. So I'm literally today starting with Facebook ads. I just finished this weekend working on the store. I'm also going to target like people I already have on an email list from my Amazon that I have and see if I can start driving traffic that way. I haven't tried Instagram or Pinterest or anything yet, so I was curious when Cody asked as well if anybody's had any success with that, because I haven't tried any of those tactics either. So, but Snapchat might be an option, given that I'm focusing in on sort of teenagers and things, given what you were saying, Seth, about being 3 or 4. I think that might be a better route for me. I've had success dealing with Facebook, as I was mentioning earlier to Joel, about doing the get them engaged first. The other thing I've had a lot of success with is when I've been in Amazon, kind of doing what you were mentioning about the discount, but they don't get the discount until I get the email. But you have to be careful with Amazon because, as we know, they've got these rules and regulations that they keep bringing in. And that's also why I've kind of gone down the Shopify path, is you don't want the stores to be closed and not have income happening. Yep. But social media is kind of the one area that I'm struggling with, other than Facebook. So I was just wondering, and YouTube sounds interesting. I hadn't thought of that until Cody brought it up.
Yeah, I like YouTube. We actually now, Tammy, right? Sorry, your screen still says Larry. I keep forgetting.
Oh yeah, he was signing in and then he got a phone call and had to leave. I'm like, okay.
Well, forgive me for not knowing this up front, but if you were a member of the Quick Fast Hurry, which I don't know if you or Larry are, but we actually have specific training in there for getting traffic from YouTube because it's so underutilized, like Cody mentioned. I found that, you know, obviously you have to have a super engaging, compelling, dynamic video because boring videos are just not going to work anymore.
Yeah, those are a dime a dozen.
It's like we were doing a webinar the other night. I showed an example. You know those guys that stand out front of the pizza joint and spin signs around, these sign spinners? I love those guys. They're genius in their small little way. But the idea that I was presenting the other night was about, it's like, you know, having a boring video versus having a video with that super dynamic content in the beginning is like the difference in having a sign spinner in front of your barbershop or not. You know, you're demanding attention. You're like screaming, hey, look at me. And once you're engaged in a video or a sales letter or any other thing like that, you know, prospects enter what we call in the marketing world like the slippery slope. But once they're invested a few minutes or a few seconds or, you know, a few sentences into your video or your sales letter, they're more inclined to finish what they started versus just, you know, doing what my daughter was doing, to swipe to the left or swipe to the right and move on to the next deal. So you have to have something super engaging in the beginning to get people to stop. Not in any way suggesting that you put something that's not relevant to your product or whatever your niche is, but definitely something to get people's attention.
Hey, Shawn, do you remember maybe about a year ago, we were running Google Shopping ads and Google Display ads directly to a sales, well, actually to a Shopify store with an email pop-up capture, but now we could do a sales funnel page and do that same thing. But our very first month running Google ads, we did $30,000 in sales on one physical product just by capturing the email and following up 3 or 4 times and getting them to check out on our Shopify page, which I think we can do a lot better job of now, Shawn. But I'm just bringing up the idea of those Google ads because I don't think that people are really paying attention to Google near as much as they used to.
Right. So anyone that I know, and hello, Dale, your mic's muted, but we can see your handsome face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
I'm
you're-
here now.
How's
Yeah,
it going?
I saw this while I was driving, so I didn't make myself available then.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for making yourself available. We have like 26 people here, and only 7 of us are showing our faces. So anyway, the thing that drives me insane is that people get in this rut. You know, they're in their comfort zone of only selling on Amazon and only using Amazon sponsored ads. It's like, you know, only having that one trick pony. So if you look at your sales funnel, you know, your top of the funnel traffic should be coming from all over the web, you know, especially social media. Even if you get a small trickle from several different channels, once you get those customers or those prospects further down your sales funnel, the better off you're going to be in converting them. So and plus, here's the other thing. You don't know how often I'm sitting at a table with someone at an event where, you know, these Amazon sellers that are doing massive numbers, and they're all telling the same story. It drives me nuts. They're going, you know what? I spend my entire day putting out fires that Amazon creates that I shouldn't have to do. So really, you know, and I hate to sound like a broken record, if you're only selling on Amazon, you don't really have a business. You may be creating an asset of a sales channel, but I think you'd be better off, better service if you would like view Amazon as just one of many channels. Sure, there's a lot of money there. Hey, what's up? We got a couple of UK people in the house. There's a lot of money, or too much money to ignore. But if you're not actually building the customer list, controlling the sales experience, and being able to follow up at whatever content you want to put out there, you don't really have a business. All you are is a glorified Amazon affiliate. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but really, Amazon's making you buy inventory, sell on their platform, and then collect an affiliate commission twice a month, right? So you have to go look outside for other traffic, even if it's just a small trickle of traffic. If you can convert that into a buyer, congratulations, because you are light years ahead of the next marketer out there. What do you have to say, Dale?
Well, I'm just back from I went to ASD in Las Vegas to look for some products. I looked for products I could drop ship, and I found several opportunities there.
Right.
And so I'm working on the sales funnels right now, in the process of getting them up. My weakness is the Facebook stuff and all of that, and so I'm going to have to really focus on that.
Good. We're doing Marketing Mondays today, so post your marketing question out here to the panel so we can give you some good insight.
Well, really, what I need to do is, and I heard somebody else talk about the fact that you need to do some sort of engagement, and that's where what I'm working on the engagement. And I've heard you say now several times, we've got to get their attention with something that is fast-paced, that will catch their attention. And so that's what I've been working on, trying to put together some sort of video that will capture their attention in about 3 or 4 seconds.
Like my sign spinner, right? You remember that the other night?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you a hack, Dale. When I'm meeting with manufacturers, especially at manufacturers trade shows, now I stopped going to ASD years ago because, you know, number one, I hate Vegas. You know, since I don't chase orders and I don't gamble and I don't drink and I don't stay up late, Vegas is kind of like, you know, I'm a fish out of water. So that's strike one. Strike two is, you know, it kind of got away from being importers and manufacturers. It got into being distributors, jobbers, wholesalers. All right. So that being said, if you can find a real manufacturer, this is one of the hacks that I like to use at the show. Just ask the manufacturer to send you some demonstration videos that they've already produced, because they will allow you to use those in your advertising efforts. And a lot of times those videos are super professional. I mean, they may have spent 25 to 30 grand producing a video, and they'll just give it to you. You can use to promote their product. So try that one.
Yes, I've already gotten one of those videos for one of the products, and what I did is took it in and edited it and took out little snippets and sped it up to where I could make a little short one to put on Facebook to drive them to the funnel where they can view the full video.
Good. That's exactly the demonstration I just showed with my paddle pad product. Instagram, I think, is a 11-second video. Facebook is like a 35-second video, but the one on the actual website on the sales page is like a 1-minute video that shows a lot more details. So the idea is chip away just a little bit at that buyer resistance until you finally get them into your sales funnel, and then you can hard pitch them.
Hey, Dale, one thing that I would add is really think about why somebody would give you their email when they get to your page, because you can spend money on retargeting ads all day long and they work, but you can retarget somebody for free if you get their email address. So really think about a really good reason why, if I came to your page, I would give you my email address.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, some of the things on the email capture, on the form where it says your email address, a lot of times I'm putting some language in there that says your email address with an asterisk and it says required for fill in the blank. You know, just throwing that word required in there kind of makes people, kind of kicks them in the tail, if you will, and they seem more compelled to enter their email address. You know, I've tested this through thousands and thousands of hits. So I actually have seen a significant increase in email captures by using that language.
What is the language that you use after required, Shawn?
Just depends on the deal. For the product I just shared with you, I don't have it on the sales page, but on the actual order page, it says email, your best email address. I like to throw in the word best, your best email address. And then in parentheses, it says, just go ahead and spend $800 and you'll find out. It says required for shipping notification or tracking information, required for tracking information. And then I asked for a phone number in a lot of the order forms, and the same thing, if I say required for something, I think on the paddle pad product, it says required for, I don't know, I have to go look, required for credit card authorization or required for something crazy. I just made it up. But now I have, it's not really required, so if someone totally refuses, just open the door. No one cares. I got my adopted son Dylan here sneaking around. So anyway, if you just use the term required, then more people are prone to enter that information, whether they like it or not. And again, if they don't want to, then they don't have to.
Shawn, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were going through his Facebook ad, and he was saying, well, I don't think that anybody reads the sales copy anyway, so I don't think it matters. I said, it absolutely matters. What would you say about that, Shawn?
Absolutely, because people are going to spend money. They want information, you know, and basically the more information you can give them that's pertinent to making that purchasing decision, the better off you're going to be. So it's kind of like in Colorado, you know how they dress in layers because you never know when it's going to be cold, right, Cody? But if you don't have a jacket with you, you can't put it on, but you can always take it off. So I say put as much sales copy as you can. That, you know, don't just fill it with fluff, but make sure it's a good, desirable, informational content. If I don't want to read that as a consumer, I won't read it. But just the fact that you have it there makes me feel better about your product or your service because I know that you're telling me about it. I can read it if I want to. So, you know, those of us who just want to make a quick decision won't read it, but those of us who are super analytical, maybe the cheapo people we talked about, they're going to read every single word for it. And then they're going to tell you about all your typos like they do me. Sometimes I get in such a hurry to launch a new funnel that I just, you know, I don't even read it. It's grammatically jacked up and, you know, I'm missing punctuations and misspelled words, but it still converts. It's amazing. So that's my take on it. I'd say the more you tell, the more you can sell. And, you know, if they don't want to read it, they won't. Just give them a couple options on the page and move forward. And you'll notice on some of my really long sales pages, there'll be 2 or 3 or more buttons that allow you to go to the order form.
Michelle and Pete, what are you working on in terms of marketing and sales?
Hey, wait a minute. Before you answer, Michelle, first of all, you're in trouble because you were an hour late and we made this party for you at 2 p.m.
Oh no, I was 10 minutes late. Just
Oh,
the camera come on until then.
All right, you get a pass then.
And the big thing is that that's a window behind me, and that's called daylight.
I can see that. I can imagine.
We start at midnight, so we're not used to seeing you in the daylight. So thanks for that.
All right, you're welcome. I can turn off my light. save you the headache. So what are you working on, and what do you have to add to the marketing conversation, question or answer?
Well, we're still working on the IRT 26 rebate program at the moment. And we are concentrating on Facebook because our products lend themselves to that age group of people. So we haven't been going elsewhere at the moment, but I really like the idea of warming the crowd up. And Tammy was talking about her Facebook page and warming people up on there. And I wanted to ask her, does she retarget her audience to be specifically for people who come and visit her page in the first place?
Yes, I do. A lot. What I usually do is I do like tag someone, and then after that, I start the second sort of Facebook thing that I'll lead them to is just specifically to the product itself on the page for Facebook. And I've had actually a lot of success doing that. But I don't let them go to the Amazon store or my Shopify store. I lead them directly to that particular product that I'm trying to get them engaged in. And through my other Shopify store that I launched a few weeks ago, I've had success doing that.
So you create custom audiences of people who come to your page? Yes.
Yeah. Kind of what Shawn was talking about earlier about the cheap and the free people and stuff. I've kind of broken that down as well. Because I've had a few people where I've noticed that they haven't engaged on that particular product, but as Shawn was mentioning, they realize they're in a store, they've jumped to something else, but they've jumped, like I have 3 products I put on all my Shopify stores that are like the free plus shipping, just 3, that's it, just as a sort of it's a marketing tool that I use to get people onto the store. But what I found is what's happened in a couple of people is they've noticed on the bottom of the way I've got my store set up is that it comes to that direct page that I've advertised on Facebook, but on the bottom below the description, below the pay here, there's also like other products. The cheap people will lock onto that. That's a separate list that I've been keeping track of versus the ones that have bought from the product that I've actually posted on Facebook. So I've got sort of, right now I've got 2 lists going. I haven't got 3. So I haven't got a really expensive crowd yet.
You'll find them.
Really good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I'm horrible at explaining things. I'm one of those people, I can do it, but I'm terrible at explanation.
Yeah, no, it's really cool because one of the things we're struggling with is the fact that we do really well in the UK, but not so well in America. So as part of advertising on Facebook, we weren't using the pixel because we're not putting the pixel on our sales funnel yet. We don't use ClickFunnels, we use a product called ConvertTree. And we haven't put the pixel on there, and because of that, Facebook have now come back and engaged with us, and they're giving us their time to work through all of our Facebook things. And what we're going to be doing is creating multi-country pages so that we have one that's targeted to the UK and one that's targeted to America, but they sit under the same brand. So then we can retarget across those 2 different countries using information. Hopefully that's going to work, but I haven't got it all set up yet.
Well, it sounds good, Bill.
Sounds great, doesn't it?
So, what she was talking about, for those of you who are not members, she's talking about as part of our paid membership program in Quick Fast Hurry. Seth put together, what was it called again, Seth? Michelle was just talking about your lead program.
Oh, she's talking about a specific Insiders Roundtable, number 26. We go through a funnel process, just like kind of what you're talking about, Shawn, but specifically designed to rank your product in Amazon. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So just for those who are confused or are not part of the Quick Fast Hurry, they'll understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're speaking QFH language there, Michelle.
Yeah, well, I thought this was just for QHF people.
We just started, this is a new program, the ECom Profit. So for those cheaple and freeple. Because
I'm obviously a freeple.
Oh, we got to start somewhere.
You're a freeple. But it's okay because everyone needs to learn. Everyone needs to get a leg up, right?
Most certainly. most certainly. I'm interested to know, Seth keeps talking about PPC and looking at your conversion rate to make sure that you're not basically reducing your own rank. What percentage are you looking at between page views and sales? And how can you tell which ones are, well, no, when you're in your PPC, what are you looking at as your percentage?
So what you can look at, Michelle, is the number of clicks you're getting from your ads to the number of sales you're getting. And that'll tell you your conversion rate for that ad. And then what I like to do is use that conversion rate and go to my reports for my listing as a whole and see where I am. So for instance, if you are converting as a whole on your one listing at 20%, but then your ads are converting at 5%, well, most likely you're damaging your listing's conversion rate. So you're actually missing out on organic sales over time because you're falling in the ranks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for a better conversion rate on PPC than your organic? Okay, cool. Done.
Does that make sense to you, Cody?
So, I didn't totally follow what you were saying there. Still trying to think through it.
So explain it to me, Cody. No.
Googling money.
City.
Yeah.
No. So you're paying for traffic on Amazon that if you're not looking at your campaign, your clicks versus your sales in your sponsored ads, then you don't know the conversion rate of that ad, the effect that it's having on your listing, right?
Oh, okay.
So then if your ad is converting at a higher rate than your listing in general, then absolutely you should keep that. But if it's converting at a lower rate, well, you need to evaluate that and see if you're actually hurting your organic ranking, therefore your organic sales. Just something to think about, because you can actually spend money to lower your organic ranks on Amazon. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, totally.
Okay, good. So does that answer it for you, Michelle and Pete?
Yes, it does. Thanks.
So how about some of you shy people out there? Oh, we got 17 people in here now. Some of you who won't share your mic or your camera, if you have access to the chat box, put in a marketing question there. Otherwise, we're going to start wrapping up this call. Don't forget, we're doing this all week. Tomorrow is Tuesday. It's going to be Technology Tuesday. So you get your tech questions answered. Wednesday is about, what's Wednesday? I forget. Website Wednesday. And then we have 3X Thursday, how to triple your business. And then Funnel Fridays. So, all right.
Same link every day, Seth?
Sorry, David?
We're going to use the same link each day this week? Or you'll send a different one?
Yeah, you can just use the same link every day.
Okay, cool. 2 o'clock.
All right, we got a question finally. Andrew says, when drop shipping, are you targeting worldwide or just US? I have little to no success targeting worldwide. So I'll answer for me, Andrew. Most of my very expensive products, which is all I'm selling exclusively at the moment, I only do the US. And then when it comes time to expand, then I'll open up Canada, Australia, and UK, because those other 3 markets most closely resemble the US buyer. When I was selling cheap, $10, $15, $20, $25 products, I would normally create multiple ad sets, like 20 or more, at $3 per day, and have worldwide audience with absolutely no targeting, just open to the entire world. However, I would exclude, there's a list of about 11 Asian countries that I would exclude. They're just, to me, I just call them click happy people, because we're talking about like Myanmar and India, Bangladesh, Egypt, those types of places. I know Egypt's not in Asia, but still, there's a list of countries that you'll notice when you do worldwide targeting, that if you sort your ad set results by clicks, those countries will come to the top. And if you'll just eliminate those countries that all they do is click, click, click all day long, but they never buy anything, that's about the only limitations that I apply to my worldwide targeting. The reason I do that is because if you're patient enough, if you'll give yourself 7 to 10 days to get through Facebook's automatic optimization, Facebook will automatically optimize your ads to show only to those countries and those people who are more likely to purchase based on the data that you're buying. So what I like to do, and this is a general rule of thumb, if I'm selling a cheap product, let's say it's a $20 product, I will spend on each campaign a minimum of 3 times what I hope to sell the product for. So in this case, if it's a $20 product, I'll spend $60 on worldwide targeting before I even attempt any optimization, whether I get sales or not. That's just kind of my personal metric that I use. So, you know, for example, if it's a $50 item, I'll spend $150 over a 10-day process using worldwide targeting, and then I go back and look and try to narrow down those who are clicking and engaging with my ads. You know, gender, age, location, that type of thing. I'll narrow it down, and then I'll try to spend another about 3 times what my product sells for. So if it's a $50 product, I'll spend another $150 with my more further targeted ad sets. And if I don't get at least 1 sale, spending 3 times what I hope to sell it for, and in most cases, I'll just kill the entire campaign and move on. So anyone else?
Just curious, do you do any like audience research on Facebook, for example, and say you're looking to see like worldwide what the top 10 countries are? Do you just focus in on those top 10 countries to advertise to, or do you just stick to the US? Or
I usually don't do any audience insights until after I do my initial campaign. Now, I know for some people that may be listening to this call, $60 thrown away buying data may seem like a lot of money. If that's the case, then look at audience insights first. But I've found, Tammy, that if I look at audience insights and try to design my campaign and my ad sets around what I learn on there, I'm going after the exact same target that everyone else is trying to sell in that niche is going after. So what I'd rather do is cast this wide net and allow Facebook to sift and sort out the buyers and liars. To answer your follow-up, Andrew, about buying engagement for your post or going right after conversion, I used to only go after conversion, but at the moment I'm using a process that I call a Facebook video funnel. In a nutshell, my first campaign is only a page post engagement campaign where I'm trying to find people who engage in the post, and I'll run that campaign for a few days, and then with absolutely no call to action. It's only, hey, it looks like I just want you to see this video, like it, thumbs up, thumbs down, share it, or comment, whatever. No call to action, no link, nothing like that. It's a simple post. And then after I have a little bit of traffic there, I'll create a second campaign that only retargets those who have watched a certain percentage of my first video engagement campaign. But my second campaign, we will optimize for video views based on only those folks who have engaged, like I said, with a certain percentage of my first video. And I still don't ask for an order. There's still no link to the website. And I'm getting 10-second video views for less than a penny in a lot of these cases because I'm not targeting. All right. In the beginning, I'm actually warming up the audience. And then the third, at least the third, if not the fourth video, I'll make a longer video. I'll target only those custom audience people who have spent at least 50% or watched at least 50% of my video. And then I target them with a more robust and more complete video that shows more of the benefits of the product or service. Then ask for an order with a call to action like learn more, shop now, or get this offer, something like that. Hopefully that answers your question. I like that. See, keep the questions coming, guys. I did not prepare a presentation for you. This is just about all of us helping each other. How about anyone else who's doing Facebook ads? Can you answer Cody's question? Question 1 is, are you buying engagement for your post or just going right after conversions? And the second one is, oh man, what do you do? Take his question down? Andrew, if you have a mic, buddy, turn that thing on.
They're still going, but I muted it.
So, Shawn, it looks like there's the question's still there, and he's got a follow-up. Can you see that?
Oh, it says he's working. I got you. So we're doing PPE as well, then doing 95%. Uh-oh. Letting Facebook learn and telling who hires typically. Are you typically saying your offer is 50% off because we have had products offering less? No. First of all, Andrew, for my Facebook advertising I'm discussing, I'm not sending traffic to Amazon. I'm only sending traffic. Anytime I pay for traffic, if I'm spending dollars to get eyeballs, I'm never sending them to a store or to Amazon. I'm only sending them to my independent sales funnel for one single product offering until I capture a sale. If you go after only conversions, you're basically entering an auction process with millions of other marketers, theoretically, who are bidding on the exact same traffic. Everyone wants a conversion. Everyone wants a conversion. More importantly, everyone wants a purchase conversion. That's the holy grail. Amazon has a finite number of people, even though they have, hundreds of millions of users, there are only so many people in that pool of buyers that they share with us. That's why if you go after conversions in the beginning, you're paying the highest cost per acquisition of anyone out there. But what I've found in recent history is if you warm that audience up with this Facebook video funnel first, then your CPAs are going to be dramatically reduced. Sometimes 80 or 90% I'm seeing reduction in CPA.
Shawn, I've noticed on my engagement video I've got on Facebook right now, the results on it they're only charging me if they watch 10 seconds of my 15-second video. Okay, and my cost is 2 cents or 3 cents per person.
Yeah, you can choose, Dale, whether you want to be charged when they per impression or per video view. So it sounds like you chose the latter.
Yeah, it works out pretty good.
Good, I like it. So we'll try that one as well, Andrew. So now he's saying, so ClickFunnels for one product to catch the lead, get the sale, offer upsells, and then hit them with emails. Exactly, you got it, buddy. Yep. So basically, I'm asking Facebook, find out who finds my video, my product demonstration video compelling. Number two, I'm saying only show my second video with different content, of course, to those who found the first video interesting. And then thirdly, I'm saying now show my sales where I'm really hard selling the product to those who have engaged with at least 50 or 75 or 95% of my second video. Then I put in a call to action with a link that takes them directly to a sales page within my sales funnel. What was the name of that software you're using, Michelle?
Convertry.
Oh, Convertry. Convertry,
yes,
okay.
Convertri.com.
Yeah, see, they don't speak proper English, so you have to slow down a little bit. So Convertry.
Yeah, I'm using the same one, Shawn. It's really easy to use.
Okay. Is that an app within Shopify or is that a standalone platform?
That's a standalone funnels program.
Okay. I have to check it out. So Convertry, I use ClickFunnels. A lot of people I know are using an app in Shopify called, help me out here, Lead Page. No, not Lead Pages. What the heck's the name of it? Funnel Pages. It's an app in Shopify where you can, now it's not as robust as what I'm used to, but it is a start if you're familiar with Shopify and like to use their apps.
Well, Convertry
for cheapo. What did you say, Michelle?
Convertry is for cheapo people.
Is that right? I found that ClickFunnels is pretty cheap if you pay annually.
Well, Convertry is cheaper, and according to their marketing, it's quicker and more robust.
I'm going to play with it now. Thank you. See, that's what these calls are all about. We're here to help each other, share ideas and strategies, tips and tricks, and how to grow our e-commerce business. So you're great.
Their entry level on that, I think, is $69 a month, and you get up to 50 funnels and 500 pages.
Now, how did you all hear about that? Because I've never heard of it.
Some sales funnel. How do you think?
They have ClickFunnels on YouTube.
What was that?
I heard about it on amazing.com. There were a few people on their Facebook page using it and saying how good it was. And it was really cheap. It's now gone up to $59. And of course, it's by a UK company, so it's got to be great.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. The folks who taught us how to speak. Right, Joel? What did you say, Joel?
Oh, they have a YouTube video on ClickFunnels, and then there's also.
Joel, may I help you?
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes,
there
it
are more than one tool out there, thankfully. Normally, we stick to what we're comfortable with. I'll definitely look at it. Oh, yeah, and to answer your question, boy, Cody knows how to pause his camera, but not his microphone. We love you, Cody. He says, so you're borrowing, quote unquote, borrowing videos of a product for your testing or ordering the product and shooting a quick video. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Andrew says the videos that he shoots looks crappy. That's true, but you know, I'm not opposed to shooting my own video with like GoPro or even with my iPhone, because not everyone, Andrew, wants to buy from a huge competitor. I'm fully paused. Okay, thank you, Cody. Some people like to deal with a mom and pop organization, and if you think about it, Andrew, some of these videos that you shoot with your phone, you can actually reposition those where they assume that it's a testimonial video or a customer sent in this video showing how to use the product. It works both ways. You know, I do a lot of, or used to do more than I do now, but I've done who knows how many millions of dollars in print advertising, and sometimes the best performing ads were those ads that look like someone just wrote it out with a Sharpie and put it in the newspaper, because it's totally outside of what people are used to seeing in exact black and white 12-point font. So sometimes even looking ghetto or you know, cobbled together could help you. Sometimes it could hurt you. I'd say test it.
Sometimes your supplier also has videos as well. Like you can check with them, because based on what you told me last week, Shawn, I ended up reaching out to one of them and they sent me a pretty good video.
They shoot some pretty darn good videos.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I've gotten videos from suppliers and then decided to use a different supplier, but I still use the original video just as a test. Now, obviously, from strategy, but you know, the idea is you're testing. You want to make sure that the product's viable before you roll it out and spend several $1,000s creating your own video. I have a friend who went through, if you're not familiar with my ECom mastery training that I did, he was actually in the Pigeon Forge boot camp, which I know you're looking at, right, Dale?
Yeah.
You know, I call him Weasel in the video, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Named Wetzel. Well, he took that content and that training that I did last June in Pigeon Forge, and he created a business that does $50,000 a month in net profit selling a product that he invented from a bungee cord. And him and I, he puts his son, I would give you the domain, but it's his business. I don't want to put him out there. But he actually creates the promotional videos using his iPhone and my drone. He brings his kid over to play with my two boys, and they go out and play with his invention. And he puts the videos on Facebook, and he's killing it. You know, doing monstrous business with that. All right. Any more questions about marketing? Anyone? Speak now or forever hold your peace. That's what my grandma used to say. And I'd say, I'll just hold my peace, Granny. Andrew wants to talk about product selection. We're not going to do that right now. You got to tune in another time. All right. Hey, Joel, Dale, Michelle, and Pete, Larry, a.k.a. Tammy, and thank you guys for showing your beautiful faces, and everyone else. I'll read the ones that I can pronounce. We have H. Hey, we have Jason and Will of Rapid Crush. Yeah, right. We have Joel, Kim, Steve, MW. Let's see. And Waiting for Name. Those are the only ones I can pronounce. Thanks for joining us. Tune in tomorrow. Same time, same place, right, Seth? Same link.
Yep.
Seth will also send out a few emails allowing you to go create a free membership within the ECom Profit, where these videos will be posted for future reference. Absolutely no support, no customer service, no emails will be answered. It's strictly free meaning there's no cost. So we're not going to support it and spend time and resources doing that. But we'll get that out pretty quick, right, Seth?
Yeah, it should be before the end of the week. I'll send out an update with some link where you can go and create your free membership where all these videos will be hosted.
And for those of you watching the replay, be ready with a mic and a camera so you can engage and join the conversation. All right. Hey, talk to you later, guys. Thanks for showing up. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's Tech Tuesday.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.